Lovely. Namaskar, everybody. So today we are talking, this topic is about astrology. So before we dig deeper into astrology, it will take a little time for everybody to understand. But first, today we need to understand the very basic formation of you. You are nothing beyond your brain, beyond your emotions. How can we say that you are this kind of person, you are this kind of person? Your emotions, how you act in a particular situation emotionally, which kind of emotions, how you react, that is you. We say that, this person is like this person behaves like this. Then the brain, how you think. Emotions has no connection with your thinking. Thinking is another process. So these two things makes you as a full personality. Yeah. So now what is happening with this personality when things are working in its favor? Emotions are playing its own role. You feel good, excited, exuberant. When things are not, you feel disturbed. Excuse me. How you will react in which kind of situation, that is in your astrological system. How you will think, how you will take your decisions, that is again in your astrological system, but how to see it. Now you see, first house in astrology is your head, is your where your brain, where your thinking capacity is. Now let's put moon there. Why moon? Moon is your emotions. When moon goes in your first house, a person becomes quite emotional. They take their decisions, thinking capacity is also emotions driven. They are not thinking logically. Now, what happens with these kind of people? If Mercury comes with moon in the first house, you cannot trust these people because they are changing all the time. All the time. Today they are very good. Just after 1 hour, they will be very different personality. You cannot know what is actually happening within their mind. Anybody can just I would say influence them. Anybody. Mercury is a child. Then moon goes to second house. Second house is the house of your ancestors, so-called ancestors. We can say your family background, your legacy, from where you're when you are just born, what kind of family you get, what kind of circumstances of your family you get. That is in the second house. When moon is there, this person is emotional about family. We have this kind of family. My grandparents were like this. My grandparents were like this. Always about it. Always about it. They're putting so much emphasis there. So just by the tone of these people, you can literally, with certain expertise, you can literally get to know that where their moon might be placed, just the way they act. Later on, as we go further into the astrology series, I will just share with you how you see somebody, you see their face, and you will get to know which planet is doing what. Now, when this planet, moon, moves into the third house is your subconscious. 12th house is also subconscious. Subconscious, actually, where your thought pattern is building itself, how you want to project yourself into the world. Some people want to say, oh, we are very religious. Some people want to project, oh, we are rich. Some people want to project they are the good people into the society or what. Now, what is happening? At third, they are projecting themselves with full of emotions. Now, it would depend. It would depend if the zodiac sign, whichever zodiac sign, is occupying the third space as well. It would depend on that. If it's in, let's take the Mercury example. If it's the Mercurian sign, Gemini, Virgo, these signs are ruled by Mars, oh, sorry, Mercury. If that this case is there, Moon is inside the Gemini, then again, the similar kind of situation, but this person will be projecting it also to the world that I don't care. Now I'm like this, then I'm like that. I don't care. But little emotional driven. Hmm? Fourth house is the house where you live. It doesn't matter it's a rented property, it doesn't matter it's your owned apartment or your house or whatever. Where you live, basically. Now, in the fourth house, if moon goes there, this person is emotional for the house, for the properties, for its own cars, because fourth house represents cars as well. Mm. Family members, fourth house brings family members as well, family. In the same way, when it moves to the fifth, it's all about kids. It's all about kids. Emotional. Initial studies up till in India, we have this senior secondary level of studies. Up to that level, this person will be emotional in this study time period, very emotional. Might go through bullying also, depends. In this way, it will keep on going up and up and up and up, different personalities. For this, I can make a separate video also, what happens. Now, when it enters in the sixth, this person is emotional at its workspace. Sixth house is your workspace. When this moon is in the sixth house, this makes you emotional because this is the house of diseases and death also. So out of your emotions, you can easily take debt, depending if, let's suppose, Cancer sign is ruling the second house. So these people can easily take debt out of emotions for somebody in the family, for someone, emotions driven. Their whole problem will be emotionally, they will not be satisfied. That's how they will get mental stress. Then comes seventh house. Here, the person is too much emotional about the relationships. The very moment you get deeper into the relationship, you're gone. There's no point. You live a relationship, live it healthy. There's no point getting emotional about it. It is what it is. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Have your own time, good time. Because here, moon, it pushes you to become emotionally attached. Then the other person, the partner, does one thing here to there, you get emotionally triggered. So, seventh, eighth house, about the occult, astrology, yoga, all the things which are not much popular in the world, tarot card reading, Reiki, Akashic record healings, and all that stuff. These people get emotional towards them. Either they will keep on taking consultations from one person to another, one kind of method to another type of method. They will not act on it. Depends where the Mars is. But it can happen. Just telling you on this behalf that they will try to explore more and more, just emotions driven. Then comes ninth house. Ninth house is about your spiritual knowledge, your higher studies like PhD, master's degree. They get emotional about that. Ninth house is the house of father also. So they are naturally inclined towards the father. Father. They want to do things for their father. Eighth house also represents your ancestral property. So they want to have their ancestral property also when moon is in the eighth. So they get attached to that, emotionally attached to the ancestral property as well. When moon moves in the ninth, these people are attached to our getting more knowledge, getting more knowledge. Further is the moon from its own sign, Cancer sign. Further the moon from ascendant. The person, whoever chart has this condition, they shall go away from their motherland. It could be going away from their city, their town, or to the different country. If it's in the ninth house, they will go settle abroad. Not settle, settlement, we have to see other things also. Ninth house, they will be inclined towards going somewhere abroad, traveling. Ninth house, long distance travel. 10th house. So in the third house, you were projecting how you want to project yourself to the world. 10th house is where people are perceiving you. Let's suppose you want to say, I am very religious. And on the 10th house, people say, he always boasts about how much he does and all the stuff. So how people perceive you is in the 10th house. How you project is in the third house. Then it goes in the 10th house. It's not a very comfortable position because you feel very offended sometimes how people are thinking about you. And this condition cannot be satisfied like this because anybody can say anything, anybody can perceive you like anything. But mostly people will perceive you because moon is there, they will perceive you emotionally inclined person, emotionally driven person, emotionally challenged person. They know your weakness. This is how they perceive you. It doesn't matter. Let's suppose Mars goes in the third house. You want to show yourself energetic, very doing guy who want to do things. And people know in the 10th house that, okay, he's an emotional guy or a woman. Hmm? Moon goes in the 11th house. What do you get? It's the house of desires and wishes. Then it's the second house from the 10th house. 10th house is where you are earning. And second house is where you will use that earning to fulfill your wishes. Now, your wishes will be emotionally driven. You will not think logically. When you need to spend, what kind of money, where you need to spend, you will spend. 12th house. Now, this condition is 12th house is basically the house beyond this world. When you go into the dream world, when you sleep, this is the 12th house. 12th house is your sleep, 12th house is your bed, 12th house is your bed pleasure, 12th house is your over expenditure. Over expenditure depends, but this is the house of energy, going away energy. So you give away here. So when moon is in the 12th house, you uselessly give away your emotions. You will be emotionally, I would say, drained if not balanced right. Yeah. So this is a rough idea about moon, how moon behaves in each house. Now let's take some cases. Let's see if anybody knows whose moon is where. Then you can tell me, and I will tell you what's happening and how we can work on that. Anybody?
I can tell, Guruji. This is
Yeah,
Naresh.
yeah, Naresh. Yeah, Naresh,
Uh,
yeah.
Moon is in. I know your my birth chart. Moon is in 12th house along with Rahu there.
Ah, in which zodiac sign?
I think my ascendant is Aquarius, but you said the Leo
Okay.
probably maybe.
Okay. So we take both the examples then. So let's suppose it's Leo ascendant, then in the 12th house, it goes Cancer sign. Cancer sign, moon in its own sign, and Rahu is there. Whenever Rahu sits with any planet, it gives its tendencies little higher. So it wants to do something there. It wants to achieve something there. What is 12th house? 12th house is your foreign lands. 12th house is your foreign travel as well. Travel combined with ninth house. It's your foreign land. So adventures, ventures, businesses in the foreign land. Mm. So you would want to do it. You emotionally want to achieve something, but at the same time, you'll be emotionally draining if you don't handle your emotions well. If it's the Cancer sign, because moon is in an own, its moon is in its own sign, so moon is little strong here. So emotionally drainage might not happen in that extent. So if it is not happening to that extent, it means it's still fine. You are not wasting your energy emotionally. Now, let's suppose it is in your chart, you are born Aquarius ascendant. So it goes Capricorn in the 12th house. If under Capricorn, moon is there, so you will be trying to make a discipline and struggling because of that. Trying to do that. That I want to do this. And every time you will try to make a discipline, somehow emotions will drain you out from somewhere. But Rahu wants to do there. The very moment you will start meditation, because moon is meditation, things will start to work in your favor. All that you need to satisfy is moon there. So no wastage of energy. Moon feels satisfied. Rahu will come and help moon to establish something in the foreign lands. So you can establish something in the foreign lands. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a business, like adventures.
I think it's the second scenario. This is in Capricorn.
Ah,
The
okay.
moon.
Okay.
So you
Lovely.
suggest doing the meditation more. That is the one
Yeah,
which helps.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So anybody else has yes, Soumya.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Actually, uh, the thing is, I know Ashish sir. He's a colleague of
I
mine,
love it.
sir,
Love it.
and I'm interested in astrology. Obviously,
Mhm.
Ashish sir knows a lot of astrology, much more than me.
Yeah,
I'm just a little interested in the
yeah,
subject. I don't
yeah.
claim to have complete knowledge. So, sir, I actually want to know about two situations for
Hmm,
two different people.
hmm,
And I really don't know the ascendant, but
hmm,
I do know this. I'll give you both the scenarios. One
hmm,
person is um, somebody who has their moon and their Mars in the first house. Now,
hmm.
I do not know the ascendant,
Okay,
but
okay.
I'd like to know what I find about this person is. Why I'm asking is, I somehow feel that they have a strained relationship with the mother because it's
Hmm.
Moon and Mars together. Please
Yeah,
correct me,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there seems
exactly.
to be something like that. There seems to be some issue. It's very subtle. I've seen it, but it seems to be there.
Yeah.
And
Hmm,
so the second scenario is for a person who has Moon in the first house. Again, I do
hmm,
not know the ascendant, sir, and
hmm,
Saturn in the seventh.
hmm,
So Moon and Saturn are mutually aspecting each other.
hmm, hmm,
Could you
hmm.
just tell me about both these situations?
Okay. So if we let's suppose we take out zodiac signs out of the picture, so how it will react. So if we know the zodiac sign and nakshatra also, then we can pinpoint the things. So now it will be little vague, but it will be like this. So when Mars and Moon are together in the first house, so what is happening here in the head? So these people will become emotionally aggressive, depending upon if the Mars is higher on the degrees or lower on the degrees.
Okay.
If it's, let's
Okay.
suppose, if Mars is adult, like 15 degrees or something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, depending upon the moon's conjunction, if they're quite close or little far from each other, degree-wise. If they are like 5 degrees close to each other, let's suppose moon is at 8 degrees, Mars is at maximum 13 degrees, so they are close enough. Then this push and pull is active, totally active, full active. Now what is happening? Whenever, because this person will be emotional driven, sometimes things will happen in life and this person will use Mars somehow. Mars doesn't like moon. Mars is like an army man. An emotional person in army, it's not a good thing, yeah? So what
Right,
is
right, right.
happening? This will create a conflict within this person, and this conflict will happen with the mother,
Yes, it
because moon
does
is mother.
happen very often
Yeah,
with the mother.
yeah. So they will carry on this conflict with their mother, and every time this conflict will happen, they will be like, frustrated, because emotional army men, what they can do, even if you give him a gun, he cannot shoot. So he or she will be frustrated. So they will be frustrated from that aspect of life. So this frustration will keep on lingering in their head all the time. If you know this person personally, then you can, relate with their actions, and you can say now,
Yes,
whether this
yes,
happens or not. Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
Lovely, lovely. So when moon is in the first house and Saturn goes in the seventh house, now moon aspecting Saturn, Saturn aspecting moon. Now you see, first house is you, your personality, your mind, your brain. Seventh house goes to the opposite sex, your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partnerships. Now, what is happening here? Saturn wants discipline. The very moment partner will enter in their life, partner will start to teach them discipline.
Okay, okay.
And
Alright.
because of that discipline, they might get triggered depending upon the zodiac sign. They can get triggered because this might be the person who is disciplining too much to the spouse, or this might be the person who is bringing good thing into the spouse life by bringing good discipline. So it would depend upon the zodiac sign and nakshatra. So it will be definitely about discipline driven, emotional, up or down.
Okay, all right.
If you know this person, see this person from this perspective, that's when you will get to know.
Okay. And I can recommend meditation to both of them.
Yes. For whoever has Saturn issues, moon issues, meditation is a must for them. Meditation, because whenever a person is moon driven, or you can say Saturn driven, especially Saturn driven, their body goes dry. When it's moon driven, their breathing in both the cases will not be fine. So any meditation which is breath oriented, that is good for anybody who is going through any kind of problem with moon. And exercise, yoga, proper asana, plus meditation for people who are afflicted with Saturn issues.
Okay.
I think if anybody can do this, their life will be sorted.
Okay.
You don't have to go to anybody.
Okay. Standard general remedy. Thank you.
Yeah. It's not general. It will work.
Okay.
Because
Yes. No, I understand.
yoga is ruled by Saturn,
Yes, I understand. I also meditate. That's why I understand. But I'm asking for two separate people. One happens to be someone whom I know, a distant family person, and another one happens to be like someone in our social circle. So that's why I'm asking. And because I'm interested in astrology, I keep looking at people's behaviors and I keep wondering, maybe this is governed by this, maybe this is this combination. So
If you want to see, this is a very good habit. I learned when I was learning, I used to go in a park and just used to watch people. It was very, very tricky to see people, just you're staring at them.
Yes.
I would go in a mall or somewhere just looking at them. And there was a time when I was just looking at people's face, their features. and according to what I was learning at that time, matching them, and just by looking at their face, okay, what is happening in their life right now, or what is happening, which planet is behaving like what. So this comes slowly. This is a very good habit, I would say. So you built it up, what you do whenever you are, trying to see people in that context, try to see their emotional behavior first.
Okay.
That's it. How they get emotional. So that's when you will get to know where the moon is placed.
Okay. Okay.
So which kind of thing makes them emotional? Emotional means they get emotionally triggered or emotionally sad or what? Emotions. They can be exuberant, they could be sad, they could be crying. You see which kind of thing makes them, whether the workspace, whether the food, whether walking too long, whether exercise, what makes them,
Okay.
From there, first you will get to know that, okay, this zodiac sign is related with moon, that is for sure. So it can happen that that planet is sitting with moon. It can happen that moon is sitting with that zodiac sign, or that planet is actually aspecting moon.
Okay.
Yeah? That's slowly. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely. All right. Anybody else knows? Namaskar ji.
Sir, I have a question regarding
Yeah.
when you said do exercise for Moon and Saturn. So what
Yeah.
kind of exercise, like yoga, like simple yoga, or something else we need to do?
Simple yoga is good enough. What happens with Saturn issues now? Body develops dryness. Saturn controls your Vayu as well, the air inside the body. Whenever air inside the body exceeds, because in some of my lessons, I always tell, it's the air element in your body which will take other elements out of their proportion, out of their positions, and it will take them somewhere else in the body. It's the air element. So even in the mudra course I was, we were conducting, now it's in the recorded format only. I told everybody it's the mudra. Vayu mudra must. Whoever has a Saturn issue, you see their skin as well. If skin has dryness, their body has dryness, they must do Vayu mudra. Yeah.
Is there a
With Vayu,
specific time? Sorry. Is there a
yeah,
specific time we're supposed to do it?
yeah. Evening is best. Evening is best. So what happens when you're doing this? Some people call it Vayunashak also, but Vayunashak comes with the space element also. But we don't need to bring the space element. Do not mess with space element. Just simple stay with Vayu element. Just decrease it a little. Then see if the person has dryness. You're pretty much sure dryness is because of the Vayu element. You need to decrease. They must add some oily element in their diet, like ghee. Ghee is a good oily element. Then, because Saturn rules your yoga, Saturn rules the yogic practice, the asana, the pranayam, the vayu element, the breath work. So after doing asanas, doing the breath work is a must. Because Saturn is a slow moving planet, it's a big planet. Try to have control over breath. Mostly people who have Saturn and Mercury combination. Anybody knows in their chart if they have Saturn Mercury combination? Okay.
Sir, I
If you
have
have,
Rahu and Gemini together.
no, Saturn and Mercury combination.
Okay.
With Saturn and Mercury combination, the person would not be able to breathe fully. They will feel as if they are breathing through the chest only, shallow breathing. They won't be able to fill their whole system up. So best for them is to take deep breath and full breath. They can watch a YouTube channel also where we have taught the yogic way of breathing. You learn that it's simple, it's given there. Full breathing is must, and have a control of breath slowly, day by day. Try to have control slower, but full breath, day by day. Saturn is a slow moving planet. To make your breath slow will become very useful with time.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Lovely. Take care. Yes. Anybody else knows where their system is placed?
Shashi Kumar ji has excuse me. Shashi Kumar ji has shared a file in the chat.
Oh, I don't know how to
It's
open
it's
it.
a chart.
Sorry, I won't be able to open it then.
Okay. How do I share it? Should I? I'll share the screen actually. I'll save the file and share the screen. So that will be, you'll be able to see.
Sir, when you mentioned that adding ghee in diet, so just adding ghee in food or having it other way? I cannot hear you, sir. Your voice is gone.
The best is, yeah, now I can. Oh, it's too small.
Okay, I'll try to.
No, this I don't work on this chart. I need to either make mine or I need North Indian chart.
All right, so I'll stop
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah. So the thing is this, the ghee, best thing is make warm water in the morning and add half a spoon of ghee or full spoon of ghee and then let it melt down properly with the water. Then you take it with the water, hot water. Take it like tea, sip it, sip it. After you take it, take another half glass of hot water so that only because sometimes these are winter days, sometimes ghee, sticks to your throat and it gives you bad throat after sometimes. So do not do that. Let that ghee get out of your system from your throat. This is best. You can do it morning and evening as well. This is good. Otherwise, you can add ghee in your vegetables or any food item that you eat. Do not put it on the bread. Put it in the vegetables or lentils or soup like thing. That is best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you. Danke, Sharon. Right. All right. So, anybody knows anything? No, good. So this is all in all about how moon affects our emotional state. If emotional state is not regulated, is not in your control, then people make blunders just because they are emotionally driven. They do things when they are not supposed to do. They say things when they are not supposed to say things. Because that emotional push is coming to do that, to say that, to act in a particular way. So it's best to keep your moon regulated. This is one of the planet. If you keep your moon sorted, it can make rest of the planet sorted in your life. It's that kind of planet. So what you can do is you can simply you can simply put it in this way, keeping moon regulated and chill by meditating. If anybody who has mother, they can help their mothers in their daily chores or help their mothers by feeling good. They gift them, take care of your mothers. This will keep your moon good too. Meditation is anyways, it's the best thing. How you treat your water. Moon is water also. Drink a good amount of water. Lovely. Super. So let's do this much. Yeah.
Shashi ji has shared his North Indian chart also. So his, I'm trying to share it. Just please give me a moment. His moon is in the ascendant.
In which Rashi? The zodiac?
Very small, actually. I can't. I think it is 8. 8. Scorpio.
Scorpio. No,
And
Scorpio moon.
Mars is aspecting it from the 7th house.
Mine is Vrishchika Rasi, Vrishchika Lagna.
Okay. Mars is looking at it. Mars is in which zodiac sign?
It comes Pisces, sir.
Pisces.
No,
Okay.
two pair.
No.
Two pair.
Okay. Taurus.
Taurus.
Now you see, Mars is not happy there in the Taurus sign. It doesn't feel happy there. And Moon is in the 8th house. Now your interest, your emotions, and your brain will be so much inclined towards astrology, the occult system, and all of these things. You will want to do things, and you would seek your help, or you would seek your, so-called greatness in life through these kind of things. Like astrology shall give you some secret from where your life grows. Astrology, these tarot card readings, yoga, and all kind of arts like this. Now, because it's the Scorpion sign, it will bring you so much of up and down in emotions. You can never be still like, okay, now it's easy. Now I can retire. No. The very moment you think that I am okay, done, come down. Does it happen with you? Yeah.
Yes, it does happen.
Yeah.
And I don't have a steady mind. And
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
fluctuation. Whenever I start, after a period of time, it will come down.
Yeah.
I don't continue.
Yeah. Now you see the condition here. Condition here is what, see, when we are taking birth here on this planet, why we came here, this is the first thing to figure out. And 99% of people who know astrology, or they are aware of that something like this exists, they are not taking this courage that invest this much time in their life to see why they are here. This is the very fundamental thing that we should know. Why you are here? What are you doing here? If you don't know, it means you are just nothing. You are doing whatever is coming to you. So now we see, because now we have to see, now you tell me which planet is at the highest degree in your chart.
No.
That is not mentioned in the chart, actually.
Oh, okay. Don't worry.
Jupiter,
So
29 degrees.
Jupiter, where it is placed?
5th house.
5th house. Now you see, Jupiter is already placed in the house of luck. It's not entirely luck, that is 9th house, but 5th house is your from where this senior secondary education is coming. It's linked with education. And now it's linked with 5th house. 5th house is your entertainment also. So what is your entertainment? Even on YouTube, you will watch these knowledgeable things. You will not
Yes, I do.
entertain yourself with, stupid stuff. That is your entertainment also. Now here, Jupiter as your Atma Karka, this is your soul's purpose. Jupiter, Atma Karka, it's knowledge.
Most-
Until you don't fill yourself with knowledge, Moon there is not going to get satisfied. And Moon there, very moment you will try to fill yourself with knowledge, something will happen, and again your chain will break. Now what to do? Because Moon is in the Scorpio sign, it wants to know occult, it wants to learn occult, it wants to meditate, it wants to do all the Siddhi things. Isn't it so, Shashiji? Your mic is mute.
Sorry, the line
Yeah.
network issue.
Yeah.
But mostly, primary thing, I watch news for some time, but mostly something on a spiritual side only
Yeah.
that drives me to look into.
Yeah. Yeah. So your basic system is to get knowledge. If you are not doing anything to attain more knowledge, Jupiter is your bhakti as well. If you're not doing anything related to bhakti, related to spirituality, related to evolving yourself, your moon will never get satisfied. You will never get satisfaction in your life. Even if you get millions of dollars, it doesn't matter. Again, you will get this, that, okay, what to do? What's happening in life? You will feel alone kind of thing. So that is there. So once you know, now we need to know which is Amatya Karka. From Amatya Karka, we'll see how you need to achieve it. Then, because Mars is aspecting Moon, and Mars is not comfortable there. So now imagine this. It's just an example. Now, this is because I'm assuming you are married. So now, no offense
Singles.
to your spouse, but now your spouse, Mars, you cannot please her. She's feeling irritated all the time, because that irritation is coming because she is in a Taurus sign. She's an army man. She needs to do something. And if you don't give some target, army man needs a target that, okay, bring me this mountain, win this country, win this border, save this border. Army man needs this. And if army man is not doing this, they are doing parade. 1, 2, 1, 2. They need to do something. So if you are not giving target to your spouse that, okay, we need to do this in life, she will never feel comfortable. She will feel irritated. Now you see in your life, when she is doing something for you, for family, for house, for even for her profession, for work, then it's okay. The very moment you take her interest from there, she will get irritated. The very moment. Blink. Is it so?
No, I'm single yet. I'm not married.
Okay. Now, if you are single, now what is happening? The same condition, Mars, whenever you'll meet any potential person, they will bring this kind of energy. The best thing is to give them a target, to have a target with it, with life, to have a collective goal in life that, okay, we need to build this, let's suppose, multi-dollar empire, or we need to build this business. You need to have that goal with your partner.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will not, she will feel irritated. Lovely.
Thanks a
Lovely.
lot.
Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody. It was nice to see you all. And we'll move further into astrology sector. Next, when we do this webinar, we will talk about how each zodiac sign means to you, how you can work on it, what needs to be done, and all the stuff. Slowly we'll go into it. And if anybody needs a consultation, you can just send an email or WhatsApp message, whoever had the number. This is also there. If you want to learn astrology, for now, I'm not taking classes. But later on, whenever I will start the classes, just you can send me your interest that you want to learn. Maybe next year I will start the classes. After April or May, then we can start it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Take care. Pranam. Thank you.